And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fine and fabulous Tuesday here, and you are fine and fabulous too. Hey, what are we doing? We're playing Create Mod. It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna be doing all the things in Create Mod, except we're only gonna be doing a few of them. That's how we roll here. We just do a few of the things and not all of the things. Sorry to say. But at least some of the things are going to get done today. So here we are in, well, the basement of my city, really. And I'm going to be making, or at least we're going to get started on an ice cream factory. But before we do that, I need to clear out a little bit of space here. So let's get coal. There we go. So let's go ahead and get this going. So the plan, such as it is, okay? Again, we're not talking about a plan that is full of deep thought and also, planning. But the idea is we're going to come off of this line for milk and run it over here somewhere to actually get all of our happy little ice cream sauces. No, ice cream sauces, that's like chocolate syrup and stuff. But the ice cream base and a few other things, well, maybe that's just the only thing. But that's, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing today, people. It's, at the most I could say is that there will be a drill. And, that's about it. Okay. Yeah, no, we're fine. Everything is great. Anyway, let's go ahead and let this finish chugging away here. Yeah. Honestly, this is probably far enough. Alright, could I use more of something else? Probably. Am I going to? I doubt it. Okay. Also, fill those holes in. I know what buttons do. Do you know what buttons do? I thought you did. Okay. So yeah, so the idea is the ice cream shop is going to end up over here somewhere, okay? And yes, all this layer of dirt is going to have to go too. We'll worry about that at some later date. Okay, but speaking of later dates, do I have a bed? Well, I don't. I wonder if I left one over here. Let's go look. It's very possible. Of course, I was living in my RV over here, so I might not. However, let's bring these with me. Also the anvil. That seems like a useful thing to have. All right. Well, fine. I'll sleep here and then we'll head back to wherever it is that we're going. Assuming there's no bed in this house. What is wrong with this person? Iron Golem? Good. I'm gonna sleep in this house. It's a thing. We're gonna do the thing that involves the sleeping in the house and the stuff. Because that's just where this is gonna happen. Alright. Oh, the field looks good. I like this field. I don't know if the farmers are actually doing anything with it. I don't even know if the farmers are still alive. It's an interesting question. Hello, farmers? Are you still alive? Oh, they're still alive. They just haven't gotten up yet. Okay, that's fair. Anyway, so the plan today is to get started on some ice cream. Okay? It's going to be great. We're going to do stuff. Now, I should probably... Yeah, let's go ahead and take out this little area too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, and go. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. Also, I should probably not have it be dark in places, weird and stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to bring the milk in here. We're going to have the dry, I say dry goods. Amongst those dry goods is butter. But, you know, what the idea is ice cream. We're going to start with ice cream fluid, okay? Which you mix with condensed milk and heavy cream. So condensed milk is milk and sugar, okay? That's good. Heavy cream is butter, sugar, and milk. So we're going to need sugar, too, as part of this process, which I can't say is overly surprising. It's ice cream, after all. I would expect there to be sugar. And, yeah. But first, we'll let the drill get over this way a little bit. All right. Cool. All right. So now we've got ourselves a nice thing. Okay. We have a little area that we can get started on. All right. So let's see if we could figure this out here a little bit. And think like, what the heck is going to happen here? Because despite all of my jokes, I do like to plan at least a little bit, okay? Is it a lot of bit? No, but a little bit seems reasonable. Okay. All right, so we're going to pull milk off this way, right? That much I am aware of. We've got at least a little bit of a plan here. We're going to need to bring some butter in, and some other dry goods, which I think we might actually pull off over this way. Okay? Which kind of think I might tear a little bit of a hole here in this hillside. Not much of one, mind you. It's not much of a hillside, so, you know. Okay. But we'll pull a little bit of something here. And then I can bring some track this way. Okay. Now the butter pickup is over here. Okay. Woo, sandwich. Okay. Yeah, butter pickup is over this way. And must go this way. So our train is going to either have to turn and go this way, or it's going to have to go that way and around, and either is probably okay. So let's take a quick look here. I have my train box. Awesome. Okay, I don't have a lot of track, but I may not need it. Okay, so kind of what I'm thinking is we're going to bring this straight. Okay, we're going to bring some track this way. And I want to set up a turn going here. Okay. And at some point we're going to connect over there, but for now, let's not worry about that quite as much as I just want to see where this track is going to lay. Okay. The idea is that my train is going to come in here, and then I'm going to have to figure out where the drop-off is and all of that stuff. And that's important because I want it to actually connect up over here somewhere, right? So that makes sense. Now, it is distinctly possible. Okay, first off, I'm going to have to fill all this water in. It's distinctly possible I could end up building a lot of this machinery over here, but... Oh, look, there's a bed. Okay, but otherwise, I think we're going to be okay. All right. Oh, hi. You stop there. Okay. I mean, all of this rich dirt is going to be awesome too, but for now, it's in the way, and we'll deal with it later. Yeah, because I've got the space where I can set up some more farms for crops that I seem to be running a little short of. Potatoes for one reason or another. I am short on potatoes. It's weird, I know, but people like potatoes. I guess that's the lesson we should be learning here today. Okay, so track go here. Okay, track go here and around and kind of sort of this way, and probably I do want to connect up here. It'll look better if I'm coming in at an intersection, right? Okay. All right, so we'll have a little bit of a driveway here. This. Okay, now I suppose, right, if this is going to come this way, and I'll finish that out. We'll get some track and stuff on there. Okay, but I guess the next question is going to be, do I want the train? Do I want this to be a main road into the city, which is definitely possible? Or, and that's a big or, or do I want to have a little pull out like I've got over there at the at Luigi's, where the train sort of, well, pulls out. I know that the logic of this just defies me too. I'm sorry. Just all of this just makes too much sense and it's all logical and stuff. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Okay. All right, so hang on. We'll just add a little bit of torch spam over here to keep the mobs at least a little bit further away, All right. All right. We've got ourselves some space here. So, all right. We're getting there. All right. So, do I actually want to pull the train this way? I guess I could. Let's okay, I'm out of track there. Let's go see if I've got some more track. I almost certainly do. Almost. I'm at least 70% certain I have track. If not, I know I can make track, so we'll figure that out here in a minute. Oh no, train stuff is over here. Someday I will remember where I put things. Oh, yes, look, I have track. I think I'm okay here. I think I'm set with the track and the things. Oh, hey, night's falling. Maybe I'll stay here. This is a nice place. I could sleep here, I have a nice little base here. This is the most decorated and beautiful base ever? No. But it's nice. It's got a bed here in the middle of a factory, which I'm sure is quiet most of the time. Okay. No, we're totally good. So I just realized I should double check something here real quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you ever have that moment where it's like, oh, are things actually working the way I want them to do? To work? And the answer to that is actually yes. So for those of you following my adventures in bot migrations, yeah, I am fully moved over onto StreamerBot, which is great. There have been some weird things with it, but I think I've got most of them sorted out now, so that's awesome. All right. And I'm happy with that. All right, so step one is let's bring this track this way. And then I want to come off this way. And then we'll connect up over to that. Okay. Cool. Now, woohoo! Wahoo! Okay. So there's that. Now, again, the question is, do I want to pull the track this way? And the reason I'm wanting to think about this now is this is going to be the drop off for all of the stuff leading into the ice cream factory. So I need to know where this is going to be so that I can connect it to the machinery here going forward. Or perhaps to the side, you know. Either of those things can be things. So go ahead, little Mario. All right, so let us see now. I think I'm going to bring this here. I suppose I could bring this here. It's a question of where do I want this to go and where can this track pull out of here, I suppose. I wonder if I bring this way. Can I come off from here onto this track like that? No, it's too sharp. Okay, where can I bring it? Wow. Okay. What? Train? Got hit by a car. It's all good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Also, apparently we're missing some track there. Or some ground. One of the two. It's all good. Okay, so that's not going to work. So we are going to have to sort of shimmy off to the side here. Which is fine. We can shimmy. Yeah. We can shimmy. Can you shimmy? Let's shimmy. All the shimmy. All right, I should probably have made that out of. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna work. No, let's come off of maybe about here. And I want to bring this kind of sort of, yeah, that might work. And then we're going to bring this, oops, hang on. Actually, I'm going to bring this way because I need some parking space here, right? Hey, Carp, how's it going? Welcome. And then, oh. Can I bring this over here? Yeah, I guess I can bring that over here. This bed, obviously. It is a train bed, track bed, but yeah, no, that's just awkward. So how you doing, Carp? Hopefully you're doing okay. Having a good day. All right. So yeah, so this is going to be the plan. Is the train's going to come out here. So in all honesty, maybe I want to. All right, hang on. This bed's going to have to move again. Okay, you go over there. Do I want to turn off? This is already a really jacked up intersection. Though every city has that one intersection. You know the one, right? Where about 87 too many streets come together in one place. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at here today, right? Right. Actually, that might make a lot more sense, though. All right, hang on. Okay. What if, and hear me out here, What if we actually built track that made sense? I don't know that I'm totally okay with that, but, you know, maybe. Maybe. Train! Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, this... Wow, this track makes 0 sense. But we're doing it. This is the track we have now. And we'll just have to learn to love it, I guess. Or something. Do we have to learn to love it? We'll go with it. We'll go with it. It'll be fine. Okay. So, next step. Where's my train box? Cool. All right. Put all the track away. Now, so if the train is going to be there, which is fine, I think somewhere out off of this, we'll have our train station and a bunch of other things. So let's look at this out about here. I do kind of like right about where the end of that is. And we're coming down to 62. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's head down. 62. And this way. And I'll run the drill through here too a little bit. But so that's kind of where we're going. Okay. This is going to be our drop zone, where I will drop down lots of times and probably break something. Okay. All right, now this isn't going to have to go too far. Okay, that's probably good. All right, and yeah, we're fine. Light. Oh, I was going to say we're fine. The light's totally fine, except for that place where it's not fine. Okay, no, good. Everything's great here. All right, so we're gonna drop down about here, and we're gonna dump all of our stuff this way and into the first round of storage. Okay, now, do I happen to have signs on me? Boy, that would just make too much sense, wouldn't it? Okay, well, seeing none, let's see if we could figure out where all this stuff is going to go. Or at least the stuff I'm going to need here, right? All right, signs. All right, so the first thing I need, right, if I'm making ice cream fluid, okay, I need condensed milk and heavy cream, okay? And also ice, but, so, right, I need ice. Okay, I'm going to need condensed milk. Conned milk. Milk, turns out, only has one L in it. And then heavy cream. Okay. So the condensed milk is sugar plus milk and heat. Okay. Okay. So that's sugar plus milk and heat. Okay. Heavy cream. No. I know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? Kind of. Heavy cream is butter, sugar, and milk. Okay? And no heat. Okay. So that's butter plus sugar plus milk. Milk. And then mix. Okay. Cool. And this is the same thing. We're going to need to mix. And then all of that mixed together, chink, 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 makes ice cream fluid. Okay? So this plus this plus this equals ice cream. All right? Sweet. I think we've got a plan. Okay, we don't have a plan. We have a recipe. It's like a plan, but for food. Okay. I should go see if my guardian farm actually has fish. Anyway, that's a problem for future me. Okay, so obviously we've got a couple of things we're going to need here. We're going to ice, we're going to have sugar, we're going to have butter. Okay. But we're also going to have melon, apple, sweet berry, glowberry, and chorus fruit and chocolate. Okay. Now the chocolate, what type of chocolate do we get here? Cocoa powder. Okay. Cocoa powder plus ice cream fluid. We're going to take all of those things, mix them with ice cream fluid. So we get that ice cream, and then we'll squirt it into bowls and get bowls of ice cream. See, this should be a fairly simple, I say that now, it should be a fairly simple factory. But that's the other things we need. We need melon, apple, sweet berries. Okay. Okay, so we need melon, apple, sweet berries. What else do we need? Glowberries, chorus fruit, and chocolates. Okay. Glowberry. Chorus and chalk. It's actually cocoa powder, right? Okay. Hi. Excuse me a minute while Minecraft decides to panic. Okay. Cocoa powder. Right. Okay. I need to come over here for a minute because we need to think about the chocolate of it all. Hi. Because over here, what am I picking up? I have chocolate and dark chocolate, light chocolate, or dark chocolate, regular chocolate, and white chocolate. So if I want cocoa powder, which is 100% not happening here, right? Oh no, cocoa powder, right here. I do have a cocoa powder. Okay, cool. Cool, so we can pick up the cocoa powder here. I'll need a train station. But, all right, we do have a pickup for cocoa powder. Wonderful. This gives me warm feelings. Okay. Good, I was actually half worried about that. Okay. All right, so cocoa powder is going to be easy. Sweet berries are easy. I've got a farm for that. Glowberries, I'm going to have to do a little bit of processing on. Okay, because I don't have a glowberry farm. I have a sweet berry farm, but glowberries are just haunted sweet berries. So that'll be really easy. We can get that in. It's going to be great. And same with the sugar. I don't actually have to process that. Okay. Because, again, coming into not the pie filling. We're not making pies today. Right. The ice cream, it's just, oh, it is powdered sugar. Oh. Okay, powdered sugar. Heavy cream was also powdered sugar. Okay. So it's not just sugar, it's pow sugar. Okay, which is fine. All that is grind it. So milk and pow sugar. Okay. All right. So this is good. This is good. We have plans. We know what they are. We're totally excited about them and stuff. Okay. So let's start looking at some create things. All right, step one, we're gonna need some shafts. Step two, or chutes. Step two is grab some casings so we can set up a PSI. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is we are gonna run this down this way. Okay. We are totally planning ahead. Don't freak out. It actually doesn't hurt that much. Okay. But I think we're going to be okay here. Okay. We can make it through this. The planning is a thing. We can totally plan. Okay. All right. Good. So that's going to come down this way. Now, I might actually come off of this a little bit sooner, but we'll see. Oh, hey, Angel over there on Beam. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay. So, that's the plan. We're going to come off of this happy little happiness, right? Now, how many ingredients do we have here that we're going to have to collect? Ice, sugar, so that's 2. Butter, that's 3. Plus all of these things, right? Which, what, 3, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to have 9 different things we're going to have to come into. You're phenomenal. I'm glad to hear that, Angel. But Angels on hell, my Spanish sucks, so. But anyway, I'm glad you're doing all right. All right, so the plan, if we're going to need 9 different things, let's figure out where all of this is going to go. What do I think of Beam? Beam has been awesome to multi-stream with. It has been awesome. I've had some connection issues from time to time, but I think for the most part, it has been really nice. It's been really nice. Gotta admit, I love it. Okay. I know, that's shocking to hear people say, I'm sure, but I think it's awesome. Okay. All right, so let's turn some of this into the things. All right, yeah, I'm crafting these chests. I could walk over there, and I have, maybe over there, and I have a zillion chests, but it's okay. No, but I'm pretty happy with Beam. I tried it out because I had some concerns with Restream, and man, it's been great. So, yeah. You know what I might do? If I were to cut through this mess. Right, if I cut through this guy right here. Thunder. I mean, I have weather sounds turned off, so we can't tell that there's thunder, but, you know. But no, I've been pretty happy. I've been streaming on Beam for a little while, and it's been pretty good. Yep. Nope, I am happy with it. I've said it took a little bit of setting up, and there are a couple things. Said I was dealing with some connection issues that part of them were my problem, but it was, once I got things sorted out, and it's like, yep, this is how I want to deal with it. It's been good. Also, there's a cow. If we're gonna have ice cream, we gotta have a cow, right? We might have to have a cow. I mean, despite the encouragement from Bart Simpson to not have a cow, man, we might have to put a cow on ice in our store. That would be just silly and stuff, but That would be fun. All right. All right. You're about to become a mascot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, who is it? It's like Blue Bunny or something has a cow for a mascot. I don't know. I remember something like that. I have vague recollections of something. All right. Okay. Oh, well, that was smooth. Hi. Let's try this again. This time with everything in the right place. I know, it's weird. It's weird, but I do want to have things in the right place. You would know it from watching me actually play the silly game, but... Okay. Alright, so we got all this fun, happiness. Alright, so that's going to go there, and this is going to go there, and that. We need to be sure we stop before it takes out the dairy. That would be awkward. Okay. You still well enough lit over here? Close enough. Alright. You know what I would really love is if Mix It Up, or not Mix It Up, StreamerBot, Mix It Up too for that matter, had access to an API on Beam. That would be cool. I know I just switched from Mix It Up to StreamerBot, so I'm running my own level of confusion here, but that would be awesome. Okay, so we are going to be bringing the stuff. It's going to be great. All right, we're going to be doing the things, and they're going to be awesome. And let's grab a couple of shafts, we'll grab a couple of mechanical belts, and we're going to have to deal with power. We're going to have to deal with stuff. Now, there is power right there. It's a little bit further away, but it is right there. Okay, which kind of makes sense. I'll just tap that windmill for power, and we'll bring all of this over here, and we'll just figure out how it's going to end up over here later. Okay, somewhere in this we'll figure all of that out. But the good news is, I don't think I'm going to have to do a lot of digging and stuff like that here either. So, do I want to add wood for bowls here? Wood for bowls. Okay. That would make sense, because ice cream goes in bowls, it turns out. Or spoons, but bowls. All right, so we're going to have like 10 things we're going to have to do here. So we'll come out here. We'll slide over this way. Hi. Going right here? Going right here. Awesome. All right. I'll add another chute here, but for now, we'll get this going off this way. Now, the reality is this is not where things are going to go, I think. I mean, it's close, but not so much. Okay, so I'm going to have to slide this off this way. Yeah, I think right about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this right about here. Okay. Cool. All right, and then we're going to come this way. And because I counted both times, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and that means that goes away. Arsham. That's really close to being something really bad. Okay. We are gonna be okay. We can get through this. All right, so we'll pop this way, and what I'm going to do is we're going to use stuff. Okay? It's going to make sense. We're going to use stuff. No, I'm going to use brass tunnels to sort everything out here into the storage. Okay? So that'll make all the sense in the world. Right. Okay. Ah, trust me, it's going to make sense. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, so. Okay, we'll figure this out. Now, because I'm going to have to set up an auto crafter for bowls, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to come out this way, and we are going to go into a number of things, okay? So we have powdered sugar that we're going to have to grind. We're going to have butter. So I wonder if I have mills. Let's meander over here and just see if I have mills. That would be awesome. Right? I'd be happy if I had a mill. Okay. It's gonna be right up into my mechanical box, right? Absolutely. Mechanical stuff over here. Well, I do have mixers. I better grab some of those. Yeah, we're definitely going to need the mixers. Okay. All right, so what do I need from millstone? It's millstone, a stone, and casing, and a cogwheel. Okay, I think I've got, yeah, got lots of that. We're going to be good. All right. Okay. So let's see. Hopefully we're gonna be all sorts of fine over here. We're just gonna bounce back and forth across this pipeline because why not? All right. Yeah, the good news is I can pull milk off of this anywhere along this line, so we're gonna be pretty well set for milk. All right, so step one, let's get some cogwheels. Hi. Do we have, I've got a couple of cogwheels. That's awesome. And we'll grab some stone here. All right, so we are going to need stone. Crafting table would be nice. Thank you. We got it. We're good. Everything here is wonderful and amazing. And you know, so are you. So just in case you were curious. Weren't sure about that. Yeah, you're awesome and amazing. All right, do I want to have a little bit of storage coming off of this? I probably should. Let's get a, do I use barrels? Yeah, I don't need large storage. Hang on. I do need a fair number of barrels. So fortunately, I have them right here. It's the advantage of working right next to my base. Okay. All right, so we are going to start here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up a little bit of barrel action here. I don't think this is going to go crazy, okay? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to run these guys underneath, okay? And basically the idea here is that I want a little bit of a buffer, okay? Nothing crazy, which is why we're only going to be using the barrels, okay? Okay. I really should, you know, stop that. Okay. The barrels are just there so that when stuff comes in, it can get pulled in here, and if I have any extra or whatever, it'll come in here. Okay? Great. Now, we are going to need a couple of things. So the sugar is going to have to get ground up, okay? Because I need powdered sugar, right? Wow, it's kind of dark over here. You know what? I left that bed up here. Let's bring this down this way. All right. This is going to be awesome. All right. So, we're going to come this way. We need to get powdered sugar. The butter, I don't need to do anything with. Oh, you know what? Given I'd have to do milk type stuff over there, let's change this. No, this is going to have to come out this way. I just need room for some stuff. Okay. All right. Because I'm going to need some andesite funnels coming out of the barrel and into the dealy bob here, okay? Yeah. Coming out this way. So we're going to get that. We're going to get butter here. Okay. Yeah. That's a thing. Okay. Anything else I need to worry about? Well, yes, lots of things I need to worry about. So those are going to go there. Let's see. The sweet berries I need to process and the wood I need to process. Okay. So the wood is going to be lots of stuff. So let's see. Do I have mechanical saws here? I don't. Oh, that's silly. All right. Well, let's go get some mechanical saws, and I need to see if I have some crafters as well. Because if I can have both of those things, we're going to be okay. Right. Right. Everything's going to be good. I hope. We've got the hope. The hope rides high on this today. We're gonna have a hopeful stream. Mechanical saws. Perfect. All right. Anything else that I'm gonna need? I don't think so. We're not slicing anything. We're not using the crushing wheel, so we're not harvesting stuff. So I think we're gonna be some semblance of okay. Tell you what, I'll bring these shafts with me. I think I have enough shafts, but it's always nice to have an extra shaft now and then. You never know when you need an extra shaft. All right. So. Oh, I didn't look for crafters. Okay. I need 4 of them. Okay. I can craft them because, you know, you can craft everything. It's Minecraft. You mine and then you craft. And that's just how it works. But let's take a look. Oh my. Nope. Stay there. Smart stuff. Sweet. I have 1 mechanical crafter. Cool. Crafter. So what do I need to make more of these suckers? Crafting tables, brass casings, electron tubes. Oh. I think I might be out of electron tubes. Maybe not. We'll find out. But I also should see if I have more covers. Miscellaneous stuff? No. I think I've got plenty of those. I might as well grab an extra just because. All right, let's see if maybe if I have any, they ended up in my overflows here somewhere. Which I don't think so. No. All right. Cool. They're relatively cheap to make. It's just annoying. Okay, we've got it. We've got it. All right, so I'm also going to need to create a soul campfire, but it should be fine. I think it'll be great. All right. So let's see. So basically, this is going to have to go in 2 steps. Okay. Something. Oh, yeah, this should be fine as long as I don't have a deal there. Okay. And then this is also going to have to spin the same direction, which means we're going to need to do this. Okay. That's fine. It's going to be a little bit funky, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. All right, because I need to... Oops. Oh, come here. Jeffs. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to come out this way. All right. The next thing I'm going to need coming off of this are the mechanical crafters. So, step 1 is I need crafting tables. Okay. Step 2 is I'm going to need... I am out of... I was hoping. Oh, look, I've got crafters. I was hoping I had some more lights, but... Okay. Do this like so. And this is going to... Those are all going to link. Okay. That's going to go that way. It's that way. That way. And then probably down is going to be okay. All right, so let's get our stuff. So those, because I put everything away because that made sense at the time. Brass. Cool. Oh, I have brass sheets, but I need brass nuggets, so... All right. That's fine. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Because I need to craft up some of these guys. Okay. I only need 1, but we're going to do it this way. Okay. Awesome. So that's going to go here, and then we come out this way with our belt. Okay. All right. And then coming off this. Yeah, coming off this, then we can get our storage. So. All right. And in fact, if I wanted to, oh, that's an idea. So what I need to do is, I'm going to have to pull a signal off of something. Maybe these barrels, maybe the chest I'm going to put over there that are going to say, hey, we need more of the stuff. Give us more of the stuff, right? For the train dispatch system, which is going to be probably over here. Have to dig out a little bit, but that's fine. Over there, or maybe over here. It doesn't really matter. If I decide to just do it with wireless, we should be okay. So, all right. So let's grab some belts. And do I have more? Did I leave more belts in here? Wow. No. Okay, we're going to have to go get some more belts, but that's okay. Oops. All right, that's fine. I know, I just put those there. It's sad. It's so sad. Okay. Goes there. Nope, that's not where that goes. That goes from here to here. being all skilled and stuff. Okay. Goes there. And so, yeah, we're going to have to set up one of these to haunt the glowberries. But otherwise, we should be okay. All right. So we'll just continue this whole mess. All right. So it's not going to be overly crazy, I think, but we're looking at something that's going to be reasonable here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to need is a attribute filter and a bed, because beds are the bomb. Gotta love beds. Okay. Sweet. All right. So basically what I need to do is log. Cool. I don't care what logs come out of this, as long as logs come out of this. Okay? That seems reasonable to me. Okay, so the logs are going to come in here. Let's get a few more of those funnels. Okay. This one, that's a weird place for a funnel, but I'm sure it would make sense in somebody's world, but not this one. All right. Cool. So, all right, so wood is going to come out here. This one is going to be sugar. So I think what I'm going to need to do is pick up a handful of my ingredients here. So the other thing I'm going to have to figure out is how I'm going to heat this, right? Because the powdered milk does require heat. So we'll figure that out here in a little bit. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. Honestly, it shouldn't be too bad. I could basically just run a parallel lava line from over here. Okay, that's milk. But I could run lava underneath that water wheel all the way over this way. It would be long. Okay. Don't get me wrong, it would be long, but running it this way, if I ran it parallel to the milk line, we could take advantage of the power that we've already got there and pump this over this way so that we can get a little bucket refiller. Okay, so I think that's going to be fine. All right, so let's go get a few of the things that we're going to need. Sugar. Really, it's sugar, butter, and then a bunch of our other toppings. I don't think I have any of those in any of these. Oh, this one actually has butter. And sugar. Perfect. Okay. That's convenient. I like it when things are convenient. All right. So the sugar is going to go here. We'll pull butter out here. Okay. Because all of that's going to go into our mixables spot. Okay. And then we can deal with our toppings. Okay. And some of these we're going to have twice. Like the sweet berries are going to split into two different things. Okay. But that's going to be fine. Yeah, no, this is going to make sense. So much sense. So much sounds. Do I have an apple? Don't have any of those things. Okay. Well, let's go on an item gathering spree here, and let's get stuff so we can set the filters. So the butter we've already got, sugar we've already got. We need the melons, the berries, chorus fruit, which I don't have, and yeah, okay. All right, actually, you know what? Let's come over here. We'll swipe it off the candy line because I needed all of those to make the ingredients here. So we probably have a few of those things, right? Like the berries here are definitely one of those things we're going to need. And then oh, it's apples and melons, which I can't get from there because chests and stuff. Right. That's sugar. That's melons. We'll just grab a stack of those, grab a stack of apples. Chorus fruit, which I know chorus fruit is somewhere because I need it for something. Okay, that's glowberries. Hi, I would like some of your finest chorus fruit, please. Where is it? Chorus fruit would be this line right next to the sweet berries. And I could easily see it being empty. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, since we're right here, let's double check the storage. Otherwise, we're gonna have to farm up a little bit of chorus fruit. Either that or we take a trip to the end and gather some chorus fruit over there. I mean, either way would work, but foods? Hello, foods. Okay. Yep, grab some chorus fruit. Okay. Look at all this stuff. We've got all the buns in the world, right? So many buns. Right. Okay. But that will be sufficient. Actually, I'm gonna need a little bit of soul sand. Which yeah. Just because I have to create a soul campfire to haunt the berries. So let's grab some of that. Just while we're over here and thinking about it, because that's gonna be helpful. Okay. Should have gone the other way, but this is fine. Yeah, no, totally fine. Totally, absolutely fine. All right. Cool. So, butter's going to go there. Did I miscount? Powdered sugar. Butter, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I did. Oh, I need the cocoa powder, which I forgot to pick up when I was over here. No, we're good. Everything's wonderful. Gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Gonna grab some cocoa powder. Oh, yeah. So much waste happening here, but next time I do create mod, it'll be in create 6, and our train pickup system is going to be significantly different. We'll use frog delivery nonsense. It's going to be wonderful, but today is not that day. So let's talk about what today is, shall we? Okay. So this is all going to come out here. Let's go ahead and slap some chests. Now with chest slapping action. And I'll double those up in a minute. Does it matter which order I put these in? I don't think it does, because everything else here goes to, everything else here is going to get mixed. So, no, it's not going to matter. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and apple, melons. I'm going to need 2 berries. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's put the berries on this side. Apples, melons, because I have to. I'm going to need power because I have to haunt the glow berries to make, or haunt the sweet berries to make glow berries. And so, since I'm going to have power here off this mill, we'll just tap that for the fan. So we'll deal with that. Chorus roots. Okay. Chorus roots and cocoa. And I think we ended up with 1 extra. So, yay. Okay. Oh, I am going to have an extras line. Darn it. That's fine. We'll just run the extras here. Okay. That'll be fine. It's the, hey, everything else screwed up. All right, so we'll need an item filter, which do I have? Yes, list filter. Okay. The list filter, it's sugar, sweet berries, and all of that stuff, cocoa, and stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a deny list. Okay, so all of that stuff. Chorus fruit. I think that's it, right? The wood, but I think that's going to be okay. Apples, melon, berries, chorus fruit, cocoa powder, sugar. Okay. And it's a deny. Right? Deny list. Okay. So anything that's not those go here, and then let's just switch this to split. So we could end up getting logs dumping out here, which would kind of suck, but I guess it's okay. So we'll have a little bit of waste, but we'll survive somehow. Okay. Shiny. So that's all going to happen there. This needs to go in like that. That goes like that and like that. And do we have a mechanical encased fan thing? Looks like we have not a fan thing. Okay. But what I do have is snow. So, you know, that's great. Do I have iron sheets? It'd be really handy if I had iron sheets. No. 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 I mean, I've got industrial iron sheets. Those are totally not the same thing, and even a little bit. All right. Fine. Here. Oh. Darn it. I'm going to have to push all of these out one. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great day. Iron sheets I walked right by. Okay. Yeah, so darn. Okay. It's not a big deal. Sliding all this stuff over one. It's not a big deal at all. Okay. Okay. But I need one more slot here so that I can fit another funnel thing. Yeah. You know, the funnel things. It's like funnel cake, but different. Boy, funnel cake is something that I used to love and now can barely stomach. Not because it tastes bad, but because I just cannot handle, excuse me, that much sweet these days. Some of you might be able to, but I am not one of you. And, yeah, kind of sucks. Okay. Nice. Oh, man. I am full of the sneezes and things. Do you have sneezes and things? I thought you did. Okay. So yeah, so this is all going to do fun stuff. I actually need some cogs. Okay. I think that'll work. I actually need cogs on this too, but that's figure that out. Okay. But this is all going to go here so that I can yeah, so that these saws will work. Okay. Because we'll get logs into planks. Oh, actually, I don't need this one. Take that back. Wow. Yeah, we need logs into planks, but that's about it. I don't have to go anywhere else with that. So, cool. Oops, actually, let's do it this way. All right. Nice. Okay. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Where's my handy little wrench? Okay. So what I want to do is we'll set a cog here. Here and here. This is so stupid. I'm going to do it anyway, but it's so silly. Okay. There. This is how we're going to spin our crafters, okay? It's definitely full of silliness, but... Oh, also, I don't need this. Wrench. Because this will place it right on the belt. And off we go. Okay. This will set a fire under there, so leftovers will burn. Okay. So this is a little bit longer than it needs to be, but that's okay. That's just fine. All right. Now, I needed those sheets because of reasons. And they're good reasons, too. First off, soul campfire would be handy. Yep, one of those. Perfect. All right, now we're going to need some andesite alloy, I think. Because I need a propeller. And then we're going to need an... Let's see. I need some encased. Dealy Bob's there. And let's grab an encased fan. Wonderful. All right, so let's see. How are we going to do this? I think we'll just do it this way. So we'll set the campfire here. Okay. And then I need another one of those. Well, that's not ideal. I've got a bunch of funnels, but I don't have a bunch of tunnels. All right, let's... Jeez, monkeys. Okay. Okay. Let's go see if we've got some happy little funnels. Funnels, tunnels, brass tunnels. If not, we're gonna have to take a break and craft up some electron tubes because I don't have any, and we're gonna be a little bit out. So smart stuff. I'm gonna need radios, but beyond that, we are definitely out of things. That's not ideal. All right, fine. All right. It's time to destroy my inventory. Okay, because I need to come in here and we're going to have to get some redstone. Do I still have clerics set up? Should. I probably have a couple other villagers here, but yeah, I've got a couple of librarians set up, but otherwise we're okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's go shopping. Hi. Let's go ahead and get all the things here. I hope we've got all the good stuff. Right. All the stuff. All the stuff that's good. Right? They know what I'm talking about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get I need 8 stacks of redstone. So this could take a couple of minutes. I mean, I don't need 8 stacks of redstone, but 8 stacks of redstone would be really convenient. Though, in all honesty, I don't think I have any. I doubt I have quartz. So, we're going to go up and get some quartz. But first, let's get these flowers out of my inventory. Okay. All right, quartz. I think I still have some over here. In the ores box. Ores, quartz. Yeah. Actually, I'm curious. Quartz. Can I grind that? Not really. I mean, I can grind prismarine and get quartz, and diorite and get quartz, but unfortunately, I don't think I can crush quartz blocks and get quartz. So that's just sad. Okay. I mean, a slicer and quartz with a pickaxe, I guess, would do. Okay. Weird, but that's fine. Okay. This will work. All right, so sandpaper. Okay, I think this is going to be good. All right. So I think each sheet of sandpaper does 8. Okay. Yep. Cool. All right, that will work. And since I have some iron sheets, there we've got some electron tubes. Wonderful. Closer. Grab some of those and some electron tubes, and I need some kelp. All right, we'll head upstairs, see if I have some dried kelp already before I rip some out of the farm. I mean, that's why I have a farm, but I know me, and I just tend to let my stuff just pile up like this, so I end up with lots of extra kelp and stuff. I would like to not have that piled up, you know what I mean? All right. Good enough. All right. Sleep. We'll get this in place, and we're making some progress. Got another hour here, probably in the stream, and I think we're gonna be just peachy. All right. So what I need to do is we need to slap down a brass tunnel right here. Ta-da! And we need a attribute filter. There we go. Okay, the attribute filter says, okay, can be smoked. Apparently not that one. Okay, oh, actually can be haunted glowberries. Oh, not glowberries, just regular berries. Berries, there we go. Sweet berries. Can be haunted. Not. Okay. For those of you who missed the 80s, that was my least favorite thing to come out of the 80s. I'm glad that trend disappeared in a way that deserves to be dead and stuff. Okay. Cool. So that's going to be there. It's going to be a thing. We're all wonderful. All right. So we're going to have to get power to all of this, which is going to come off of there. And we're going to need a power speed thinger. Okay. So that's fine. This will end up potentially backing up, but I think we'll be okay. Okay. So this is all going to come this way. I want to double up on these chests. All right. Now I'm going to pull more stuff under here, but we'll deal with that in a minute. All right. So that's going to go. All that stuff's going to go back. All right. Cool. Redstone box. Cool. We'll worry about redstone later. All right. All right. So far, so good, right? It's nothing too crazy. We have our drop-off point. We have our sorter. We've got some buffer. And then we're going to come over here into these chests, which we will pull stuff out of to send to the thing. Okay. Which is great. Now, you know, this actually, I should have droppers. Yes, I do have droppers. This actually is going to need to be a dropper, or yeah, I guess that's fine. Do I want to? Okay. I might move that. I need to take a look and see what I'm doing for stuff here. Also, I am out of belts. So let's go ahead and get some belts. Okay. Yeah, this'll make some sense. Okay. Grab some belts. All right. I do need to fix my kelp farm. It is not kelping. I had a crash and the whole harvesting system was erased from existence. Not ideal, gotta say. There's my wrench. Okay. Hi. Can you face the right way, please? Thank you. All right. So yeah, let's do this way. is going to throw the symmetry off just a touch, but actually, no, this is going to be perfect. Take that back. Let's take that off. Where's that belt? Hi. You're going to go here. Okay. Because that's going to go there. That's going to connect, and that's going to continue to drive this mess coming this way. And this is actually going to come out this way a little bit, okay? All right, now how far out this goes, we'll see. But probably not very far, because what this is all going to end up in is a series of cauldrons so that I can make up the ice cream, okay? So, we'll have to figure that out here in a moment. All right, but this is making powdered sugar. This is going to be, that's his butter. And this is in the wrong place. Okay. Awesome. And yeah. Okay. Here. All right, so step 1, that goes there. Step 2, butter. 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 I want butter. Butter. Yeah. Butter. Okay. Sweet campfire. Bow, bow, bow. Where did I put my encased fan drive? All right, so that'll face down that way. And then we've got our stopper there and our iron sheets here. Or iron sheet, our filter. Cool. So we'll get all the things. You know what I should do? Let's take this off. And let's make that one, brass. And the reason for this is that I want this to be able to spit out more if it's got it. Okay, so that. Because this can cook nicely up to like, well, any number of items, but if it comes out in a stack, it'll work out better. So we'll just slide that over this way and it'll be wonderful. Okay. Great. So we now have something. I've got to get all of this connected up. We'll worry about that in a little bit once everything is spinning. Okay. That just looks dumb, but okay. Fine. Everything's great. Nope, it's not great. It looks dumb. Do I have... oh, I've got basins. Perfect. I'm going to need a bunch of those. Encased chain drives. That's the ticket. All right. Take those out. Encased chain drive. I feel better now. Okay. Cool. So that'll take all of those into all the planks into bowls, which will now come over this way. And right, I need to belt this. Let's grab some dirt. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go like so. All right, so basically what I'm doing here is the bowls are going to come out one at a time. All right. The plan here as the bowls come out is the logs will come through. They'll get turned into planks. Okay. The planks will come in here to the crafter and become bowls, and the bowls will be fed into this dropper. Okay. All right, and then they'll fill up all of those. When I order ice cream, we will trigger one bowl to come out this way, and then get fed in under a spout or under, pick a spout. And then that will become all of the bowl of ice cream, which will then get up in our shop. Okay. That's the plan. Okay. Should be fairly straightforward. Nothing overly crazy here, right? Trying to avoid overly crazy. Actually, does this make sense? So I'm just trying to think ahead of how I want these to go, because the basins are going to have to get filled with ice cream fluid. So, and then they're going to go into things. Okay. All right. So maybe what I'll do is let's do it this way. No, I'm going to need some space, because I need one of these here, and then the basin, right, which would go there, there. Okay. With a thing on it like that. Okay. So basically, yeah, we're going to have to do it this way. Which is fine. We can absolutely do that. Okay. All right, so this is all going to go like so. And then, yeah, we'll have to set up a bunch of stuff and some pumps and some other things, but that's basically the idea. Why do I have 2 chorus fruit? I don't need 2 chorus fruit. Somehow here I managed to miscount. What am I looking for here? Oh, because it shouldn't be coarse fruit. It should be cocoa powder. Right. Cocoa powder. Which I know I have. There we go. Cocoa powder. Cocoa powder. There we go. Yeah, so that's going to come out this way. All right. Yeah, so that's the plan. This is going to be... Okay, I'm going to have to deal with the other stuff, so hang on. Am I out of things? Apparently I am. Cool. All right, let's see if I've got some funnels in here. Somewhere. Wow, I'm out. All right. Well, let's sleep. We'll go get some more andesite funnels, and I think I actually had some whisks back in my storage too. We're gonna need a few more of those for the mixers. All right. No, it's gonna be great. All of the ice cream you could possibly eat in Minecraft. Right, and that's what's important. Whoopsies. Up, up, up. And, way? Yeah, there we go. We had some whisks, which is great. All right, so we've got some of those, and then I'm going to need... What else was I looking for? Something. Fluids. I'm going to need a bunch of those, too. Which I also think I'm going to need a bunch of copper casings. Maybe not that many, but a few. Okay, so I needed the mixers, and I needed something. I've already forgotten all my things. I had some thoughts, and I've forgotten them already. Okay, grab some kelp, because I will definitely need that as well. Yeah, let's go see if I have some more copper sheets. I doubt it, but yeah. Got some andesite alloy, but that's not the same as copper sheets. I'm actually really, really low on copper, which is unfortunate. All right, well, we'll have to go mining for copper, I guess, at some point soon. Kelp blocks, that was the other thing I needed, I think, so. I think we're okay. We're all right for now. I'm going to need, let's grab another stack of barrels, so. Because we're going to need a bunch of stuff coming out of this, okay? Because the milk is going to pump, or not the milk, the ice cream fluid is going to pump in. And, oh, the andesite funnels. That's what I needed. Yep. That's what I needed, andesite funnels. All right, chat, I'm going to blame you for that one. I'm going to blame you for my lack of memory and stuff. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I think you totally all should be blamed for that. I mean, you didn't actually do anything, but I'll blame you anyway, because that's the way streaming works. Is the best part of streaming is you can always blame chat for your mistakes. And I think I'm kind of down for that today. All right, so we're going to need some andesite funnels. All right. Now, this one I think I may change, okay? Because I actually have two things I need to make with this, right? So we have our condensed milk, our heavy cream, right? Oh, ice. Ice was the other thing I had to bring over here. Right. So not this. Right, and that goes into ice cream fluid. Ice cream fluid. Sugarcane juice fluid. Yes, because sweet. Ice cream fluid. That's the ice and creams. All right, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna run another thing this way. Okay. And maybe that will work. Okay. We're going to double check some traffic flow here, but I think this will work. So we've got butter coming in this way. We've got powdered sugar coming here. Now, the powdered sugar is actually going to be needed for two things. So let's go ahead and take this off. And because I'm going to have to split this powdered sugar into two. Okay. So would it make sense to do a chest or to do a thing? A tunnel. Which also may mean this is going to get slid over just a little bit. Okay. You know, these things happen. Okay, so this is going to come over this way, right? We're grinding the sugar. It's going to come over here. Yes, I think that's the way we're going to do that, is going to... I think I want to get a tunnel. Split it into two things, and if I round robin it or something, maybe that will do what I need? Maybe? I don't know. Because I don't really need... I mean, there's stuff. Do I need it here? Probably. Okay. 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 Sure. Okay. Are we okay? Maybe. Because, yeah, I could, if I run it like so, grab some things like this. Okay. And then I can run off like that. Oops, no. No, no. You go like that. Okay. And then let's go ahead and we'll just take a pair of brass tunnels here. And let's just sit this to split round robin. It might be the way to approach this. Something. I don't necessarily want to do forced round robin, but something along those lines might end up being what I need to do. All right, so that'll come this way, and yeah, I can... Yeah, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch capacity off these barrels rather than anything else. Okay. Cool. And then this will come this way. All right. To something like this. All right. And now, because all of these chests are facing this way, and it's so important that they continue to face that way. All right. Okay, so we'll just continue this happy little doodly bob over here. Okay. So that's going to go like that, and then this is going to come across like... Oh. Right. Sure. I have to put a belt here so I can put tunnels on, but this one... This one is going to be all sorts of not something. I mean, this one could be the... Actually, that might not be a bad idea. I could take this. See if I have another list filter. Yep, I do. Perfect. All right, now I wonder if I can copy that. I think I can. Okay. So if I copy those settings and paste here. Oops. Copy. Paste. And this says... Yeah, Okay. The deny list actually needs to go here. But everything else will sort of come this way. And I can set up another little destructo thing here if I really got excited about it. And then I need another list filter, which I think I... Did I still have one more in here? Yes. Okay. And this filter is going to be ice, packed ice, and or blue ice. Okay. And that's all going to come off of this. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go there. All right. And like that. Okay. And down here like that. All right. So that's the idea is, well, ice is going to come this way. Anything that's not ice is going to end up over here. Okay. Which I think I can make those miracles happen. Those are basins. Do I have... apparently not. I do not have more chutes. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. We've got all the chutes and stuff. Okay. And that goes here. Okay. So all that stuff is going to end up getting trashed. Okay. It'll make sense at some point. All right, so I think we're going to do a prefer nearest, I think. So the wood is going to prefer to come out here. Everything else is going to prefer to come out this way. And honestly, oh, this should also be not ice on this guy. Nope. Let's try that again. Not ice. Ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Ice, ice, baby. Okay. Copy that. And paste here. Okay. So now we should have, yeah, not ice, go there. All right. Cool. So, no, I don't want to do prefer nearest. Just split it. This should be fine. If I end up with some things overflowing, that could be a problem. And if I have extras, it might be an issue, but I think we're okay. All right, so cool. So now this is where we exist now. Is we've got ourselves some space here. All right. So ice is going to come this way. Cool. So we'll need that for the ice cream mix. All right. In all honesty, this might be better if I shifted all of this back. Because I want to have ice cream mix here so I can pump it into each of these things. So, yeah, let's back this off a little bit and we'll figure out where all of this is going to go in a moment. Okay, that's not where that's going to go. Talked about we're going to have to figure out where that's going to happen. That didn't take long to figure out right there. So, okay. Okay. All right. So, right. So butter's coming out here. And this is the powdered sugar. Okay. So this also is going to get moved. Okay. All right. We'll figure this out here in a minute. Okay. So we're going to come out here. We're going to have butter and sugar go into one basin, and then just powdered sugar goes into another basin. Okay. So, do I want to? So actually, I could pull all of that out here. I'm just trying to decide if I want, what I want to do with this. If I want to do a little storage for powdered sugar here or not. And I think I'm going to lean into not. Okay. But how do I want to do this? Okay, so we're going to need a basin. Okay. And we'll have to split this, but which one of these is going to get cooked? I forgot. Ice cream fluid. So it's the heavy cream? No, it's the non-butter one that's going to get cooked, right? The condensed milk needs to be cooked. Okay, and that is just the powdered sugar. Wonderful. So that's going to go here. This is not going to be like that. Okay. We're going to pull in this way. All right. And then if I split this here. Okay. And then, oops, on top of that, actually. No, actually, this should be on this same line. Okay. It happens. I screwed up. I know. Everyone's shocked. Sorry. I done with the screw up. All right, so sugar, go with thusly. Okay. So the sugar will come through here, get ground up, and then this is the... All right, I've already forgotten the ice cream fluid. So it's the condensed milk, which is just the milk and sugar. So I don't have to worry about heat on this one. So that'll come here. This will go here, and then do I have smooth stone? Why do I not have smooth stone? What is wrong with me that I don't have smooth stone? Okay, that's fine. We'll just use brick. Okay, so that'll stop there. So that goes that way, and that goes in this way. All right. Cool. So our powdered sugar is going to come in, end up in this basin and this basin. Okay. Ice is going to go on this way. The butter is going to come down here and go into this basin. Okay. Now this one is going to need some heat. Okay. Which actually don't want that in there. Do I have? I know I have somewhere. It's just a matter of which box do I have it in. Do I have? Yes, blaze burner. Cool. Blaze burner is going to have to go under there. Okay, cool. The other thing we're going to need is to yeah, we're gonna have to figure out our lava situation, but that's gonna happen over here. Okay, we'll get the lava, it'll slide over this way, and we'll be able to cook our ice cream mix. Okay, or our condensed milk, I guess it is. All right, right, cool. So we'll have to do a couple of things coming out of all of this, but that's okay, because I'm going to need a couple of smart fluid pipes. All right. Okay, so this is all going to end up in another mixer, or another basin over this way, combined with the ice. All right, so let's go ahead and put that here. Right? Sure. This will all make sense. Trust me, I'm a professional. Yeah, all the sense in the world is going to happen here. So the ice will come this way, get mixed with that stuff, and now I need fluid pipes, fluid pipes, fluid pipes. And mechanical pumps, but, you know, where's the fun in that? Right. Okay, so the plan here is that, something like that, okay? Other than the fact I'm going to need a pump. Right, like so. Okay. And then, actually, you know what? I might, this is going to get really wonky. Okay, but trust me on this when I say the wonk is strong with this one. Okay. We've got so much wonk happening here. So this would come this way. Okay, don't like so. The pump will go here. Okay. And then what I need to do is encase this so we don't get any accidental overlap here. Okay. So those will both pump in this way. All right. And, you know, actually what I want to do, let's take that out. I want to be able to see the fluids coming this way. All right. So the ice will come in, our condensed milk will come in, our other thing will come in, and then I just need to pump milk into each of these things. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go that way, and then this guy will go right here. All right. Now, I do need to set up a pump and stuff, but that's fine. This is just absolutely bonkers and stuff. Okay. So the mixers will go there. I'll need a mixer here. And then this will come out into... No. Don't do that. This is going to come out here somewhere. Okay. Like that. All right. So yeah, so this will come out into a big tank of ice cream fluid, which will then mix with all of these, and we'll get all of our flavored ice creams. Okay? This is going to make sense. I have a good feeling about something making sense here today. We're just going to hope for sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then okay. Where am I here? Where am I on this lot? Okay. So over there. So my bowls are going to come out this way. All right. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to take some fluid. it's going to go this way. And I don't think I'm going to have to do anything crazy here. I am going to need some more pipe, though. Which, some of that, and where's my copper sheets? There we go. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this happen. Okay. So all of the ice cream fluid is gonna pump in this way from our tank, which is gonna be here. Okay. We're gonna have our ice cream fluid tank right like so. All right. And I could make this a little bit bigger, but honestly, I think this is probably okay. So let's make another pump. Okay. And we'll need to, oh, I'm going to have to set up a filter on this guy too. Okay. So I need to go set all of those filters, but this will go this way with a pump here somewhere. Something like that. We'll make that work somehow. Okay. All right. So the way this is going to be is we're going to need to get some item filters, I think, to make this a little bit easier. So let's get, I have some wool. Okay. And I believe it's andesite alloy. Or no, it's not andesite alloy, it's iron nuggets. Okay. So let's hop over here and create all the list filters. Okay. So many list filters. Okay. So this one, it's going to be ice cream fluid. Okay. An ice cream bucket is... Wow. All right. Just gunk. Ice cream fluid. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to need. It's an ice cream bucket. All right. I do want to see what. Okay. So ice cream bucket. Right. So what's coming out of this guy is ice cream fluid. Okay. Cool. What's coming out of this one? This is my butter, right? Ice cream fluid is the heavy cream fluid. Okay. Okay. So let's see now if I can get that into a filter. So I need heavy cream fluid. That would be this one. Okay. So heavy cream is coming out of this. And I have to put this filter on so that the milk doesn't get pumped out, because that would be weird. Okay. The next one I'm going to need is condensed. Okay. Some condensed milk. Okay. And that's going to go in here. All right. So the condensed milk, the other, right, the heavy cream, that ends up here. We get it all mixed. And then this guy should be a sign. Okay. This guy should be ice cream. Okay. Now, I'm actually curious. Ice cream. So we have bowls of ice cream, right? Apple, sweet berry, chocolate, chorus fruit, glowberry, regular, and melon. So I will actually want to be able to pump ice cream out of this into a bowl. Okay. This is basically vanilla. All right. Which is, I have to admit, really good flavor. Gotta love it. Okay. So let's go ahead. This is all going to pump into something like this. Oh, I'm going to have smart fluid pipes. Great. Smart fluid pipes. A pipe, a brass sheet, and an electron tube. Remember when I was sort of short on electron tubes? Yeah. So do I. Okay, electron tubes. It's copper sheets, brass sheets. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough. If not, we'll craft more, but... All right, that was definitely enough. Wonderful. All right, so we'll have to... yeah, we'll have to get some stuff going with that, but then I'm going to need... Hang on, I'm going to need some cogs. All right. Okay, grab some shafts, grab some... I've obviously, there were some cogs already made up there, but we're going to just craft up a few here. 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. We'll almost certainly need more than this, but... Okay. And then we're going to get our tanks. Okay. Okay, so everything's going to get mixed here. Get pumped into our tanks here. Okay. We'll need to make a few more of those. Okay. All right, so that'll do that. And then we can pump out into spouts and stuff coming through all of these. So basically what's going to happen is I put my belts away. That's okay. Sure I don't need a belt anymore. Actually, my pants are fitting a lot looser, so belts would be helpful. All right, so the idea here is that we will bring this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 6. We have 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And basically what I'm going to do is we're going to slide some belts down this way, okay? Going all the way over to at least here, okay? All right, that torch is going to have to move. All right. So, and belts, cool. So basically what'll happen, no. I mean, yes, but no. I need a little bit of room coming out of this for a pump. Okay. And let's see. I've got a spout here, right? Okay. All right. So let's say I want a spout right here. Okay. Yeah. So a pump would go here. And so I'll just run pumps all the way across this way. All right, let's pop this over like so. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do some stuff with this, but honestly, I think this is going to be okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be okay. So close. All right. And yeah, this is going to be Actually, this isn't going to be too bad. We'll just pop this out. Okay. And I just need to do that with one of these over here. Okay. Because obviously all of those other ones are connected, right? So that's going to go that way. All right. So now all of these belts go here. Okay. And I'm going to need some more spouts. But basically the way these are going to go is these are going to get staggered, right? Just coming across like this. And we'll just run pipes. We'll encase them so they don't connect or make them clear. That would be fine too. Either of those. Doesn't matter. Okay, so all of this will come across and it'll be lovely. Okay. Though I think I actually want to do it this way though. I think I'm going to put this one here and then this and this. Okay. Okay. Because I think that's just going to be a little bit nicer as all of this goes across. Okay. So the ice cream bowl is going to come this way, hit this belt, and then it'll make its way up here somehow. Oh, hi. Tell you what, how about one of you move? Okay, you go there. Okay. Okay, I think they're feeling better about life. Cool. So we are doing okay, right? Right. All of the rightness is happening with the world. Okay? I think so. All right, so this will all come this way. So I'm going to need spouts, which are, I believe, casings and, yeah, dried kelp. Copper casings and dried kelp. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, one more this way. And 6. Okay. All right, so yeah, that I think is going to work. This needs to obviously go a little bit further than that. But the idea then is I can put ooh. I might have to change something here. Hang on. Well, we'll get this figured out, but the problem is I might be a little bit close here. Let's see. If I put a barrel there with maybe we'll be okay going in that way. We might be okay. I need to go double check because I shouldn't. I did this over here with the chocolate, and I don't think I had to do anything. Oh, yeah, over here I did smart shoots. Okay. I mean, I could do that. It would just involve yeah, honestly, that's probably better. Okay. And then I can yeah. All right, that'll be better. Cool. So let's do that. All right, so this is all going to come out. Okay. But that's okay. We'll make it work. It'll be fine. Okay. No problems at all. All right, so let's go to smart shoots. All right, and I'm going to need a couple more smart shoots. Oh, hi. Hi. Do I happen to have other things over here? Doesn't look like it. That's probably fine. Shoots. Okay. All right. So we'll do this again. And said it's a little bit annoying to have to dig out all of this, but honestly, this is just going to be easier. Oh no, the pizza train and the lava train have collided. Oh no. Okay, you go here. And you go there. Okay. Yeah, that sure makes sense or something. Right. Right. Everything's wonderful. Okay, hopefully that won't stop too many things that should be moving. Okay. All right, we good? Totally fine. Everything's doing awesome. Okay. How's our sauce? Is it awesome too? Do we have awesome sauce? It's ice cream. That counts, right? All right, so we're going to have to dig down this way. All right. All right, let's just kick this out this way. So we'll move those spigots, okay? Because all of this will come out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is gonna make sense or something. Honestly, this might even be better. We'll see as I get things get all the belts laid out here again. Okay, but okay, to come out here too. Okay. This is one of those times where it's like, a beacon would be awesome. Do I have a beacon? No. That's the thing with Create Mod, right? I have these drills and stuff that work when I have to dig out larger areas. It's like, do I really need to go through all the hassle of getting a beacon? The answer's just typically no. Okay. Hey, speaking of things that are a hassle, did you know that you can go to musicfreegaming.com and become a supporter and get music-free merch and all that fun stuff? Do now. And is that awesome? Absolutely. Okay. All right, so this is going to come out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. And then we'll have to lock those based off of our ordering preferences. Lock and or unlock, as the case may be. Which, I believe... So I'm going to hop over here and just check. Yeah, block and then torch. Cool. Okay. Got it. Totally know how all of this is going to work, right? Absolutely. Okay. So that'll go this way. Do I have... I mean, I could put it on stone brick, I suppose, but I absolutely do not have what I'm hoping to have. Okay. Namely smooth stone. That's okay. I've got stone brick, and that's almost the same as smooth stone, but different. Okay. So the way this is all going to go, okay, it's going to go like that. Okay, and then, oops, goes there. Got some funky shadows going on there, but that's cool. All right. And this, make sure they're all on receive. Yep. So that will be tied to our ordering system. Okay. And then, actually, I can just put one directly on here because there's nothing next to it. I don't have to worry about strongly powering anything. It's going to be wonderful, right? That's the plan anyway. All right, cool. So it'll drop a bowl, which will get fed out this way, sucked down onto one of these happy dealy bobs over here. Okay. Yeah. Potentially down this far. Okay, and then we've got one of these going here and then up. Okay. Something like that. Right. Okay. So now we can put some belts on here. So I keep saying it, but like 80% of create mod is traffic flow, and just sort of planning all of that out is really, really helpful. Okay. Now, what happens after this is going to be an interesting question. There's actually I can see a potential for reversing this and bringing it up this way. Okay. So if I were to come out here, I could potentially have my ice cream pick up over on this wall. Okay. Which would kind of make sense, honestly, because I could see maybe making this wall solid or this wall. I don't know. Either of those would be okay, but making one or the other of those a solid wall for the ordering system. Woo-hoo! You know, of course, I'm only ordering like 7 things, so you know, I'm not entirely sure we're going to need to block out an entire wall, but we absolutely could. Do I have? I don't think I even have more torch making equipment. Cool. All right, well, we're going to sleep then. Sleep in the bed. Get some Z's. All right. We got it. We got it. All right. So yeah, so that could make sense. So I could bring this up this way, somewhere along this row, or I could bring it up here. Okay. But I kind of like the idea of bringing it up this way. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit nicer. All right, so if I were to come down this way. Okay. Okay. Something like that. And then I'm going to have to put an encased fan down here somewhere. You know, underneath this. So that it will blow the ice cream up into the next up into the next world. That sounds a little more final than I'm really shooting for, but yeah, that's generally the idea. Is it's gonna the ice cream will blow through into here and on up. So, did I actually make a second encased fan? Did I plan that far ahead? The answer is yes. I'm going to be extraordinarily surprised. The answer is no. However, and well, I'll have to, I'm actually going to have to need, make some more filters for these guys here, but we will, actually, I only need one filter that's not milk, right? This is the opposite of the advertising campaign from the 80s and 90s. This is not milk. And that would be sufficient, I think, to get the ice cream out, and I would only have to make one. Well, I mean 6, but, you know, still. Anyway, fan. Which you make with the sheets and the things and the propellers. Okay. So we'll grab some of those, and then I don't think I have. Okay, some of that. All right. Encased fans, perfect. All right, so we'll have to get down here and rig it so it's blowing in the right direction, but obviously nothing here is spinning, so we'll worry about that at a later date, okay? But at least for now, ice cream can pop up here and float on our happy little dealy bob here, okay? All right. I have no idea what this ice cream shop is going to look like, but apparently we have an anchor point right here. This is the ice cream is going to show up in a container on top of that chute. So that's good to know. Ooh. Okay. So that is that plan. Obviously, none of that is set up yet. All right, let's get some filters. Oops, I put. I'm gonna need some iron nuggies. Okay. All right, so let's make some list filters. Awesome. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're gonna need milk bucket, not milk. Go. All right, and that's all gonna come here. Okay, right? Those do say not milk? Yes. All right. None of them are going to be milk. It's the wrong fluid. Ice cream bucket. Okay. Yeah. So, because what's happening is we're getting plain ice cream into this guy here. And then that's being pumped into this, which will become flavored ice creams. Right? We're going to get our mixers. Right? And they're all going to come across here like so. And as we pump all of our flavored goodness in, right? That's all of these guys, right? Cocoa and apple and berries and stuff, right? That's all going to end up in here. And we want to be sure that the regular ice cream fluid stays in the basin and doesn't get pumped into here. Okay? That's the plan. So we're going to need those, and I think those. All right. Mixers. Okay. All right, so those are all going to mix, which is great. Those are mixing. Those are mixing. Oh, yeah, this is going to be... I think the word I'm looking for is mess. This is going to be a mess. But that's okay, because, you know, you can't make ice cream without making a mess. That's how that saying goes, right? Okay, that goes there, and that will go there. And then what I can do is... This is going to be stupid, but it's all right. That'll go like that. And I'll just stick a belt on it. Okay. Is that the cleanest way I could have done that? No, not even a little bit. All right, so all of these are going to have to move now. So let's figure out how this is going to work. So this is going to come down here. All right, I think I see how this is going to work now. It's actually going to be kind of clean, and I like it. Given how much of a mess everything else is, the fact that this is going to be kind of clean is cool. All right, so let's make some room here. All right, so this is going to go here. Okay. All right, and now take all of those out. And they go on diagonals like so. All right. Cool. So the way this is going to work, I think, is I'm going to get some more fluid tanks. Let's see if I have more fluid tanks. I might have used up the ones I had. Which is fine. I think I've got the stuff I need to make more. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, fortunately, I have copper sheets. Because I knew this was going to be an issue, so... Okay. All right. So the plan here is we're going to come down, expand these down a little bit. Now, this is all going to come out. Oh, I need pumps. Right, that's these guys. Okay. Pump. All right, so we are going to pump from here. Okay. And it's going to be the same thing here. We'll put a pump there. It'll go that way, but same idea. All right. All right, so now this will go like so. All right. Then we're basically going to do that all the way across here, okay? And then the idea is that we'll have a... Yeah, that'll go like that. So that's not quite as clean, but... Oops. You know. But it's not horrendous either, so... All right. Nice. Okay, so that's all going to go that way, and then... I suppose I could just encase it and we end up with this cool platform. Okay. No, not like so. Like... Yeah, like that. Then I can encase like that. All right. All right. This will be okay, right? We'll get all of this out here like so. All right. Okay. And again, I just need to be sure that they're facing the right way when I encase them. Okay. That way we don't end up with weird cross-pollination of fluids, because you do not want to get your fluids mixed, okay? If chemistry has taught me anything, and to be honest, I'm not sure I learned anything from chemistry because I was a lousy chemist. Okay, but chemistry has taught me anything. You got to be really careful about how you mix your fluids, okay? Important safety tip, okay? Don't get your fluids mixed unless that's what you really want to have happen. And here, we definitely do not want our fluids mixed. Okay. All right, so this is going to go this way. It's not pointed straight up in the air. That would be a weird fluid. Okay. Goes like that, and then this guy goes here. And should be pointing that way. Ta-da. Okay. We should be able to see between each of those. Yeah. All right. Nice. Okay, so that's going to be our ice cream delivery mechanism here, which is great. Okay. And again, we'll set our control system over here on what we're going to order. So when the bowls get dispensed, they'll drop down into whatever's happening down here. Okay. All right. Yeah, so they'll get dispensed, or they'll just get dispensed. They'll come down this way, get pulled into whatever one we unlocked. The bowl will come under. We'll squirt ice cream into it. It'll hit this, swing back around this way, and get pumped up into the ice cream shop. Okay. So all in all, I think we're doing okay. Other than the fact I don't have power to anything here, we're doing all right. Okay, so this is going to need power. Okay, I think that's just going to be a vertical gearbox. So let's clean out a little bit of inventory space here, okay? All right, so I need gearboxes. Go vertical. Sweet ice cream. All right, so that'll go up that way. And then, depending on which direction this needs to go, I may need to slap a gearbox here. Okay. So that this blows down onto the berries as they come in. All right. So here's what's left to do, okay? The ordering system is left to do, okay? Both the one up there and the ingredient ordering system, okay? That should be fairly straightforward, but we'll need to get that set up. And then the train station and all of that up here, okay? So we've got two different ordering systems to put in place. And we have to get power over here to this system. So that, I think, is going to be fairly straightforward because we just need to pull power down from here. Okay. And then bring it over that way. So if I just take a vertical gearbox like so, all right, and oops, need some more. We're gonna need a few more of those. Okay, great. Other than the fact this is not what I want to do, this is wonderful. I mean, yes, if I run this all the way over here, we'll have power. It's spinning in the wrong direction, but we'll have power. The catch is I actually need this to go a different direction. So let's grab one of these and one of the brass casings, which I think I have one in here. Yep. And one of these. Okay. So grab a rotational speed controller. This is what we're going to need to get all of this stuff going the way I want it to go. Now, I think... See, having this run across this way bothers me just a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It kind of feels like I should move this up and or down. I can also run it over that way, but okay. Because maybe what if I do it this way? So it goes like that. And then if I were to take this here like this, that might be better. Let's do this. Yeah, that's fine. I can just come into a encased chain drive and call it good here. So should be fine. So let's get some power. All right, so that'll go there, and then encased chain drives. Wonderful. Okay. All right, so this will go this way. Okay, and then that goes there, this goes here, and this goes away. All right, now, all of this is spinning the wrong way, okay? Which kind of expected. So we're going to put this up here. 28 should be good. Now, step one is everything spinning. Okay. That is spinning the wrong way, which I already mentioned that was probably going to be a problem. Okay. Which is fine. It's a problem I can fix by doing that. Okay. So that's now blowing down. Okay, which is great. These guys do not have power. And that... Oh, and none of this has power either. Okay, so... That's the next step. How do we power all of this? Right? So I think what I'm going to do is we'll just put a thing there. Okay, and we'll just take our handy dandy encased chain drive and do that. Because encased chain drives can change directions, right? That gives us a 90-degree turn, which is handy. Okay, so those pumps are going. None of these pumps are going. Okay. And obviously none of that's going either. So that's going to be fairly easy. I'm going to have to craft up a number of cogs. Okay. So let's get some of this. And I want to craft up cogs. Okay. And then I want to craft up some gearboxes. Okay. All right, you're gonna have to go vertical. And how are we doing on time? Oh, okay. Yeah, next stream on Thursday, I've got a hard stop about 8, so because I have to work on Thursday, but okay, so that'll go there, that can go there. So all of that is spinning, okay? Which is great. None of this is spinning. So, and none of that. So we'll see if I can get the rest of this sort of figured out here. Yeah. We're just gonna do it this way. Okay, so let's get our stuff like that, and then we cog it up, and I need more cogs. Okay, cogs. All right. So that's all going, and I do need to I need to get a pump on this for the milk. Okay. Okay. So because that obviously needs to happen, and this belt needs to be going too. So let's see if this is going this way. Some cog or some more shafts. All right. I think this is backwards. Yep, backwards. Cool. Okay. But that can go like so, and then that goes that way. Okay. Cool. So that's now spinning the right way. This is spinning the right way. This is all going here. None of that is spinning yet, so we'll deal with that. I need to get a pump going up in here. So let's get a mechanical pump because I have to pump milk out of this. Okay. And I believe the way I'm going to do that is going to be weird. Yeah, that's just going to be weird. All right. So how weird do I want to get? Okay. You know, honestly, this might not be that bad. If I pump right there, okay. Then I can come here. Okay. And then, yeah, we can just do it this way. So gearbox goes there, and then we just run shafts this way. Okay. So now milk is pumping into there. It's pumping into here. All right. Now, obviously, I don't have any of the stuff I need to make things, and I still have to get a... I still have to get my lava going. Okay, so that's going to be a special breed of fun. I think because this can rotate, let's take this out. Let's put a... actually, a vertical gearbox might not be a bad thing there. And then something like this. Okay. All right. Because I am going to have to get an arm. So we can make this happen, but I'm going to have to get something that I can feed lava into this blaze burner. Okay. So we have a blaze burner to fill. Okay. Got to charge that. So I got to get lava or some other fuel over here. Hey, Amanda. Welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. So, yes, we have to do lava here. We have to get the ordering systems, and let's get power down here. How are we going to do that? You know, in all honesty, this is just so clunky. I'm going to do it anyway, but it's clunky. Okay. Oh. Hi. We're now overstressed. That's cool. I've overstressed my windmill. All right. That's cool. That's cool. We're good. We're good. Who needs stress? We're fine. So yeah, it just means we're going to get our ice cream a little bit slower. And that's probably okay. All right. And now I've got to get down here and, oh, look, water. Oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah. Awesome. So, let's see. Vertical gearbox. So we're supposed to scream. Yeah, you know. I scream, you scream. The cops come. It's awkward. You know. That's how it goes. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like this is going to make me scream too. Oops, that's not facing the right way. That way. And in theory... Okay. Items move. Fans push from below. That's actually going the right way. Oh, nice, Amanda. Nice. We'll just... There we go. Yeah. Oh, this is also spinning in the wrong direction, so, you know, we got that going for us, too. There we go. Okay. So I think everything is now set to actually make the ice cream except for our heat and our ingredients. So that's going to be what we're going to have to do on Thursday. But otherwise, I think we're going to be good. I think. Ow! I think I should not walk across the mechanical saw. That seems like a really stupid thing to do. Hang on. Just going to do something about that right now. Okay. Now it's safe. Okay. Okay. Yes. It's safe. Everything is safe. I won't slice my little feet again. Okay. All right. So yeah. So let me just double check something. Do I have some logs? Yeah, I got a couple. Cool. Let's just throw a couple of logs in here. And whoa. Okay, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Why? All right. Yeah, no, we're everything's fine. Except for that. Okay. Anyway, in theory, that goes in there. And oh, nope, I am going to need a second slicer. Because that just strips it. Well, okay then. We can do that. Yeah, I think this can happen. This can happen. I think I can. Okay. Oops, that's facing the wrong way. Okay. So that should go that way. So this is going to have to come out. That's going to have to come out. I'm going to have to... We'll have to deal with that differently. Okay. But... Okay. And grab some cogs. All right, is that okay? Does that go in there? Yeah. All right, that's fine. That cog does not go there. Okay. Nice. What? Make a bowl. 3 planks and you're good, right? Yeah. Oh, right, because it's not powered. Ah. And I say again, ah. Yeah. Okay. We'll fix that. We'll totally fix that in a way that involves fixing it. That was not it. Okay, so that'll go there. We'll put a cog there. I think I might have to put a dealy bob there. But otherwise, why you no go? Why are you full of no going? Okay. Oh, okay. That's not good. Let's try that again. Okay. Wow, that's bad. Sure. No, this all makes sense. All makes sense. It's gonna make the sense. Okay. That'll go there. Hi, I guess I have to come down here now. With my lack of inventory skills. I don't know about you, but I am definitely feeling a lack of inventory skills today. It's like, hi, I had inventory skills. Sometimes. Sometimes. Okay. All right. Yeah, so let's throw a few more logs on the fire, as they say. Okay. Well, that's not at all where those are supposed to go. That's really cool. Okay. All right. Well, that's awesome. All right. So. All right. So that's not going to work. So let's do that. We'll rotate this back down. And oh, I've got to stop. I've got to stop. It's 9 o'clock. I need to stop. But I just can't stop. All right, we'll do it this way. It's a little... The whole thing is janky. There's no getting around it. This whole thing is full of jank. All right, let's try this again. This time with the logs that do the things. Okay. Okay, down onto the belt, and there we go. That's how that's supposed to work. Okay. Wonderful. I feel at least marginally better about life. Okay. That's right. Okay. Doesn't take much to back that up. Okay, which is good. All right. Well, then, at least that aspect of things is going to work. Okay. We'll figure out all of the rest of this stuff on Tuesday. Okay. No, we're good. Everything's great. We're fine. Everything's just peachy. But we're gonna hang here. It's gonna be good. I do want to give a shout out to my supporters at musicfreegaming.com because they are awesome and amazing. Assuming the credits actually roll, because that would be a cool thing to have happen, right? Absolutely. And stuff and things and stuff and things. Go credits. Or, don't, I guess. Anyway, so I guess the credits aren't a thing that's going to happen today. But, oh, all right. You missed the whole stream. You did. But, hey, there's going to be a whole nother stream on Thursday, so you got that going for you. But I definitely want to thank all of you for hanging out. It's been fun getting all of this put together and working, or kind of sort of marginally working, maybe kind of working. It's going to be fine. But yeah, next stream Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It's going to be awesome and amazing. 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Yeah, that's the time. And until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music for Gaming signing off.